So this is an LS1. This came in because it was experiencing some detonation. So we're gonna tear into it and find out. I'm gonna start by taking the valve covers off. So this video is not really a step-by-step tutorial, but it is more of a guide on how to take apart these GM LS based motors. This is how I take apart these motors. There are going to be a lot of things that I do that some people may not agree on or say that I did something out of order. But if you guys see something, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm always down to learn new things, and if you guys got any tips, that helps a lot too. Yeah, this thing's pretty clean. This was used in a dune buggy. Take those out. I actually need a box of some sort. Okay. This will be my parts pile. I'm gonna take off the rockers. It's a good idea to inspect each push rod to make sure that there's no wear on the ends. Here's a picture I found online. The push rod all the way to the left is a good condition push rod. You can see how it's shiny. And then you can see the rest of the three, how they're kind of dull. They're shiny, but they're dull. And if you actually look at it very carefully, there's directional wear, so it looks like a bunch of lines. And if you see that, inspect the rocker, because the rocker is probably worn that way too. And those parts would need to be replaced. Grab all the push rods. Yeah, they have some fancy parts in here. Okay. I'm gonna leave these on. I'm gonna take the cylinder head off next. $10mm. Take these bolts off.
Two hours later.
There we go. Now for the head bolts, I always like to go from outside in. Almost forgot about that one. Always get new head bolts. Now for the other head. Side like that. Here I'm inspecting the bores to see what I'm dealing with, looking for scoring and looking for damage on the piston. I found some damage on the piston. Pieces of it was broken off. The camera has a hard time capturing it, but I think I show it later on. Burnt off a piece of the piston. Looks like it's mainly just that one. Oh no, this one too. This one's starting to go. Okay. Valley cover. Okay. There. That's for the knock sensors. Seven eighths. Half-inch ratchet. And of course, it's gonna spin. Okay, so that one's good to come out. And yep, that's just gonna spin. This is gonna be tricky now. Ouch. Let's see if I got that now. There we go. Only had to smack my hand to get this. Okay. All right. Break time. Okay, we're back. So, let's see what we should continue with. Okay, so I guess next I'm gonna take out the lifters. Oop. Put those in there. Pile. Since we always get new lifters, I'm not going to worry about keeping them in order. Inspect your lifters one by one, making sure that the roller is not damaged. Especially check them if you have the cylinder deactivation or AFM. If you find any damage to the rollers, most likely the cam will have damage on that same spot. If there's no damage, then the cam could be reused. Okay. Tight bag. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the balancer off. Thankfully it came out pretty easy. Sometimes they're super stuck that I would have to use a torch to get them out. Cooler so I don't know if the camera's capturing, but gotta get those teeth to bite on the, or I guess to grab on the balancer. So once I got it finger tight, it's good to go. Get my impact. Okay, now I'm gonna get the stand off, take the oil pan off. Oh, actually take a couple of these scrap head bolts. I don't use the engine stand for my engines, but if you have an engine stand, make sure that you drain everything before flipping it upside down. So drain your oil and drain the coolant that's in the block. Later on in this video, I'll show you where the plugs are for the coolant. That way when everything's empty, you can flip it over. Second one, use my hoist to pick it up. Make sure that oil pan is empty. Sometimes customers leave this thing oil. Just put that in. It's probably empty. Shut
teeny tiny bit of oil. It's not that big of a deal. Go ahead and put it up. Weird, it looks like they just use regular bolts instead of the one that comes with the motor. Those are not factory bolts. Neither are these. Oil pans, oil pan gaskets are riveted in there. So I just usually break them off like that. And one more on this side. Oil is slippery. And then punch. Punch that guy out. Same thing for this one. Okay. And then that's interesting. Looks like I have to take these off. Me just realizing I didn't take anything. Oh, I got the video. You could watch it too. Make it look a little faster. Okay. Put that there. I'm gonna take this baffle out for the oil pan. That drain in there. Next is the pickup tube. We're gonna That goes to the oil pump. And then 1/2 inch. There's that. Throw that in there. Take the windage tray off. Okay, now I'm gonna take the front and the back cover off. Easiest way to pop these seals out. 2 pieces of 2x4 chisel. Push this out real quick. Those are not factory bolts either. This is the oil pump, by the way. Huh. Interesting. So we use spacers. Oh, because it's a double roller. So normally these are a single roller. Since this comes out more, you have to bring the oil pump out one more. Damn, that's nice. This might be tricky to take off. Huh. Actually wasn't. Damn, these are factory. Here, and I push the can out like that. Okay. Let's put this. So now I'm gonna see if there's any coolant in here. Oh yeah, there's water. Oh, there's water. Okay, so take the coolant plugs out. So we got a 8mm cleave. Okay, so So I'm tilting the motor back a little bit to get most of the water out. Okay. Now this side, I'm gonna take all the other plugs out. Might as well. Okay. Now this side, the coolant plug is this 17 millimeter. Now these came out really easy, holy crap. Okay, that should be good. Should be most of the coolant. They just use straight water. So since this is an aluminum block, easily flip this over without the assist of the noise. Let's take out that barbell. So let me use this pick, carefully pushing it out. Making sure I don't accidentally scratch anything inside. There you go. Barbell. Trash. And let me get a long steel rod. We're gonna knock that plug out here. I'm gonna take out these side bolts. Ooh, that was starting to go. Stuff out of the way. Could actually bolts and everything, parts file. So these rod caps are unique because you see how they have like a texture to them? It's because they're broken off. Instead of sliced, they're actually broke. So this creates a stronger bond between the two pieces. You got to be very careful to make sure that these are perfectly aligned, and also be careful not to drop any dirt into them and tighten it, or else you're gonna pack that dirt in and it's just not gonna sit right. So always tighten these by hand. 7 more rods. Wow, this is the worst one yet. Oh wow. That is nasty. Pretty bad, pretty bad. Alright, now it's time to take the crank out.
So I believe the damage on the piston was caused by a injector that's partially clogged. The reason why I think that's the case, because the customer did say they were experiencing some detonation. I don't think it's tune related because they had this tune on for many years and this is a new problem that just occurred with the motor. So what I think happened is that a couple of the injectors got clogged up by something, which caused the cylinders to run lean, and because the cylinders were running lean, would burn up the edges of the pistons, which is why those piston pieces were missing. They were burnt off. Some of the chunks broke off, went down in the crankcase. Oil pump picked it up and started pumping it through all the bearings, which is why some of the bearings showed some scoring. Luckily, this motor was removed and sent to us before any further damage could happen. Luckily, none of the bearings spun.
Okay, now I'm going to remove the bearings. So the way to remove these bearings, you just push on this side, pull it off like that. Okay, and now the thrust bearing. It's a tricky one. I usually just tap it with the hammer carefully. So it comes off like that. On the cap, it's a little easier. Smack it down like that. Now, use some compressed air and I'm gonna blow in each of these holes to blow out any oil. You don't want to tighten these bolts with all the oil inside of them, or else you might risk damaging the block by compressing that fluid and you end up cracking the block. The main cap's back on. Okay. Snug it down. Okay, and then finally take the cam bearings out. Rip glove. So this is a cam bearing tool. These are cam bearings right here. Get a rod, hammer. Gently, with some force, of course. Remove the cam bearing. Scrap. Now The block is bare. Huh, almost forgot. So usually in this place would be a oil pressure sensor. On this block, it's one of these. All right, now all these parts are ready to get washed and machined.